When a woman truly likes you, she doesn't need to say it. She shows it. She'll make time for you, engage deeply in conversation, and mirror your energy. She remembers the little things, offers support, and lights up around you. Pay attention. Her actions always reveal the truth. When a woman likes you, her body often speaks louder than her words. One of the clearest indicators of genuine interest is her body language, which becomes open, warm, and receptive in your presence. Unlike forced or rehearsed behavior, these signs tend to be unconscious and consistent, showing that her attraction is not just surface level, but emotionally instinctive. She might not always come out and say she likes you, but how she positions herself around you will often tell the whole story. You may notice that when you enter the room, she straightens up slightly or angles her body toward you, even if you're not speaking directly to her. This is her subconscious way of showing you that you have her attention and that she's present with you. Her arms aren't folded or closed off. Instead, her posture seems relaxed, inviting, and easygoing. She may tilt her head slightly when listening to you, a sign that she's fully engaged and interested in what you're saying. Another cue lies in her eye contact. Women who are open to you emotionally often use their eyes to connect deeply. It won't be the kind of stare that makes you uncomfortable, but rather a soft, intentional gaze that lingers just a little longer than usual. That eye contact is her way of inviting you in, of saying, "I see you, and I want to know more." If she pairs that gaze with a genuine smile, one that reaches her eyes and lights up her face, she's not just being polite, she's expressing genuine warmth and pleasure from being around you. Mirroring is another powerful body language signal. When a woman likes you, she may start to reflect your body language without even realizing it. If you lean forward, she might lean in too. If you smile or shift in your seat, she might subtly follow your movements. This unconscious behavior shows emotional alignment and comfort, and it often means she's tuned in to your energy. Pay attention to how close she allows herself to be. When a woman is attracted to you, her comfort zone expands to include you. She may reduce the physical space between you, stand closer during conversations, or even find gentle reasons to touch. A light brush on the arm, a playful nudge, or her hand lingering slightly longer during a handshake or hug. These aren't random, they're cues of openness and a desire for deeper connection. Even the direction of her feet can say a lot. If her toes are pointed toward you while she's talking, or even while she's engaged with others, it often signals where her interest lies. These subtle shifts in body language, when consistent, are a powerful indicator of attraction and emotional availability. When you observe these physical signs coming together, open posture, genuine smiles, mirrored gestures, and reduced physical distance, you're not imagining things. Her body is revealing what her words might not yet be ready to say. When a woman likes you, one of the most telling signs is how she communicates with you, and more specifically, how often she initiates or prolongs that communication. While many women may appear reserved or guarded at first, someone genuinely interested in you will find ways to keep the conversation going, or even start it herself. It's subtle, but deeply intentional. She doesn't wait for you to always reach out. Instead, she might text you first, just to say hi, or to share something funny that reminded her of you. It could be something small, a meme, a random question, or a comment about your last conversation, but it's meaningful because it shows you're on her mind. She wants to stay connected to you, and communication becomes her way of bridging any distance between you. More than just initiating, she also makes an effort to keep the conversation alive. She doesn't give one-word answers or respond with dry, uninterested replies. Instead, she expands the conversation, asks follow-up questions, and invites your thoughts. She may ask about your day, your plans, your interests, not out of politeness, but out of curiosity and genuine desire to get to know you better. When someone is emotionally invested, Their energy in a conversation is completely different. They respond quickly, thoughtfully, and often with a tone that signals warmth and openness. Even in moments when the topic seems to be fading or the conversation could naturally end, she finds ways to stretch it just a little longer. Maybe she brings up a new subject, circles back to something you said earlier, or finds an excuse to share another story. These are not random acts, they're intentional. It's her way of saying, I enjoy talking to you, and I don't want this to end yet. If she initiates calls, video chats, or suggests meeting up, even casually, take note. When a woman invests her time and effort to maintain a consistent line of communication, it's because she values your presence in her life. She's creating opportunities to be around you and trying to nurture a connection beyond surface-level interaction. You'll also notice that she doesn't just talk to anyone this way. She's selective about where she puts her energy. So if she's investing in communicating with you regularly, that's a strong indicator of emotional interest. Whether it's a good morning text, checking in on how your day went, or remembering to wish you luck on something important, she's showing that your life matters to her. This kind of consistent, thoughtful communication reveals that you're more than just another person in her contacts. You're someone she chooses to engage with, again and again. And when she not only participates, but initiates and sustains that exchange, it's one of the clearest, most reliable signs that she likes you. One of the most powerful and unmistakable signs that a woman likes you is when she makes time for you, even when her schedule is packed. We live in a world where everyone is busy. From work deadlines to personal responsibilities, women juggle a lot. But when she's genuinely interested, you'll notice a shift. Suddenly, you become part of her priority list. It may not always be grand gestures or hours of uninterrupted attention. Sometimes it's the small yet meaningful moments she creates just to connect with you. She might take a break during her hectic day just to check in, return your call after a long meeting, or stay up a little later to continue a conversation that matters. These actions may seem subtle, but they reveal volumes about how she feels. When a woman isn't interested, she'll often use her schedule as an excuse. You'll hear, "I've just been so busy," or "I'll let you know when I'm free," with little or no follow-through. But when she's into you, even a packed calendar won't stop her from making the effort. She may reschedule other commitments, shift things around, or carve out small windows in her day, because spending time with you becomes something she looks forward to, not something she feels obligated to do. This can show up in spontaneous moments too. She might invite you to join her for an errand, a coffee break between meetings, or a quick walk in the evening. She finds creative ways to include you in her life, even if just briefly, because proximity to you brings her joy and connection. These are not acts of convenience, they're acts of intention. You'll also notice that she remembers and makes space for things that are important to you. If you've mentioned a big event, an important presentation, or a family situation, she'll not only remember, but also make sure she's available for support, even if just emotionally. She shows up, not just when it's easy, but when it matters. This kind of time investment also reflects emotional readiness. A woman who is still unsure or keeping her distance will protect her time fiercely. But a woman who likes you willingly opens up her schedule and her energy, even in small ways. She wants you to feel seen, valued, and included, because in her mind, you're not just a passing interest, you're becoming part of her world. So when you find a woman consistently making space for you, initiating plans, showing up when she could have easily made an excuse, pay attention. That's not just kindness or politeness. That's interest, investment, and emotional availability. It's her quiet way of telling you that you matter. When a woman truly likes you, her emotions become more invested in how you engage with the world, especially with other women. While she may not come out and say, "I'm jealous," her behavior will often reveal subtle signs of protectiveness or emotional discomfort when other women enter the picture. This doesn't mean she becomes aggressive or controlling. Instead, her responses are often quiet, restrained, and easy to miss, unless you know what to look for. You might notice a shift in her tone or energy when you casually mention spending time with another woman. Her smile may become more forced, her body language slightly tense, or her responses more reserved. It's not that she doesn't want you to have other people in your life, but rather that she's emotionally invested in you and doesn't want to feel replaced or overlooked. That internal tension shows up in those micro reactions: a pause, a side glance, a slightly sarcastic joke, or even a change in the way she interacts with you for the rest of that conversation. Sometimes it comes through in playful teasing or light sarcasm. She might jokingly ask, "So who is this new best friend of yours?" Or say something like, "Wow, she must be really interesting if you're spending that much time with her." While these comments might sound casual on the surface, they often mask a genuine feeling of concern, a desire to be seen as special and irreplaceable in your life. Another common sign of this subtle protectiveness is how she behaves when other women are around you physically. She might move a little closer, touch your arm more often, or engage more actively in the conversation to reestablish her presence. She's not doing it to compete. She's doing it because your attention means something to her. It's her way of reminding both you and others that she holds a unique connection with you, even if it hasn't been formally labeled yet. You may also find that she takes more interest in the women you talk about. She'll ask questions, not just to be nosy, but to understand the dynamic. How do you know her? Or, do you hang out with her often? Aren't just random questions. They're emotionally loaded. She wants clarity, not confrontation, because deep down she's gauging how secure her position is in your life. Sometimes this protectiveness can be more direct. If someone disrespects you or talks down to you, she'll speak up or defend you. She may offer advice, stand by your side, or even get visibly upset when someone crosses a boundary. Her instinct to protect what she values, you, is a natural reflection of care, even if she doesn't say it aloud. These subtle shifts in behavior aren't signs of insecurity. They're signs of emotional investment. When a woman starts showing quiet jealousy or protectiveness, it's because your presence matters to her, and she's beginning to care in a way that words alone can't always express. When a woman likes you, she doesn't just listen to you. She absorbs what you say. One of the clearest signs of her interest is when she remembers the little things about you that most people overlook. These aren't just major milestones or obvious facts like your job or birthday. They're the subtle details you mention in passing, sometimes even without realizing it, and yet she tucks them away like they matter, because to her, they do. Maybe you once casually mentioned your favorite childhood snack, or a song that reminds you of home. Weeks later, she brings it up, maybe by sending you the song, or even surprising you with the snack. It might seem like a small gesture on the surface, but underneath it is a message. I listen to you. I care about what matters to you. This kind of attentiveness goes beyond polite conversation. It's intentional. She's storing these details because they help her connect with you on a deeper level. It shows she's not just talking to you to pass time, she's trying to understand who you are, what makes you tick, and how she can show up for you in ways that feel meaningful. You may also notice that she references things you thought she forgot. Something you mentioned during a late-night conversation, a stressful meeting you had, or the name of your pet, she remembers. And not just remembers, but brings it up at the right moments. If you told her you had an important interview coming up, she might text you the morning of to wish you luck, or follow up afterward to ask how it went. That's not coincidence. That's intentional emotional investment. It's also in the way she adapts her interactions based on what she remembers. If she knows you prefer texting over calling, she'll do that. If she knows you hate pineapple on pizza, she won't suggest it when you're ordering together. These subtle shifts in behavior show that she's trying to align with your preferences because she values your comfort and experience. This level of attention is even more meaningful when compared to others in your life. Most people forget the little things. They are too busy or distracted. But a woman who likes you makes the effort to remember because your words carry weight in her world. She doesn't need reminders or to be told twice. Her mind and heart are already tuned in to you. Even in group settings, you'll notice this difference. While others may overlook your mood or changes in your routine, she picks up on them. She'll ask if you're okay, or notice when you're unusually quiet or more energetic than usual. Her awareness of these nuances is her way of showing emotional presence. In the end, when she remembers the small details, she's showing you that you're more than a casual interest. You've taken up space in her thoughts and in her heart. When a woman likes you, one of the most telling signs is her natural inclination to give, support, or help. Not because she's obligated, but because she wants to. Her acts of giving are rarely grand or flashy. In fact, they're often subtle, thoughtful, and deeply intentional. This kind of behavior isn't about proving anything. It's about expressing care in the most genuine way possible. You'll notice that she's quick to offer help when you mention a challenge, no matter how big or small. Maybe you're stressed about work, feeling overwhelmed, or dealing with a minor inconvenience, like fixing something at home or needing advice. She won't hesitate to step in with a solution, a word of encouragement, or an offer to assist, even if it's something outside her comfort zone. Her energy is focused on making your life easier, lighter, and more supported. This eagerness to help often shows up emotionally as well. She becomes someone who's present when you need to talk, vent, or just be heard. She listens intently, not just waiting to speak, but truly absorbing what you're saying. She offers thoughtful feedback, calming reassurance, or simply a safe space for you to be yourself. That emotional availability is a powerful indicator of genuine interest. She doesn't do it for everyone. She does it for you because she's emotionally invested. Giving can also take the form of small, spontaneous gestures. She might show up with your favorite snack, send you a link to something she knows you'd love, or remember to check in on something important you mentioned. These aren't random acts of kindness. They're strategic, personalized ways of saying, I see you, I think about you, and I care enough to act on it. Support also looks like encouragement. When you're striving toward a goal, expressing doubts, or trying something new, she's often the first to cheer you on. She might motivate you, celebrate your wins, no matter how small, or remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. Her belief in you feels sincere and grounded, and you'll notice that her support remains consistent, not just when things are going well, but especially when they're not. Sometimes her giving shows up as time and energy. Even if she's tired or busy, she still shows up for you. She'll rearrange her plans, go out of her way, or sacrifice convenience just to make something work for you, whether that's attending an event, helping with a task, or being there when you need someone most. Again, these aren't dramatic gestures. They're consistent efforts rooted in emotional closeness. And perhaps most importantly, she gives without expecting anything in return. Her gestures are not transactional. She doesn't keep score or make you feel indebted. She gives because your happiness, peace, and progress genuinely matter to her. When a woman is eager to support you, help you, or offer parts of herself to improve your world, it's because her heart is already involved, and she's showing you in action what words may not yet have expressed. When a woman likes you, there's a noticeable shift in how she presents herself around you, not in a forced or overly obvious way, but in a subtle and natural effort to leave a lasting impression. She wants to impress you, not to manipulate or compete, but because your opinion genuinely matters to her. What makes it even more endearing is that she does this without trying too hard. Her actions are often quiet, graceful, and deeply feminine, showing interest without begging for attention. You might notice how she becomes more thoughtful in how she dresses when she knows she'll see you. It's not always a dramatic transformation, but there's an intentional polish to her look, as if she's saying, I want to feel good and I want you to see me at my best. Maybe she wears that color you once complimented her on or puts extra effort into her hair. It's her way of expressing attraction while maintaining her natural rhythm. She's not performing, she's presenting. Beyond appearance, she may become more expressive about her thoughts, ideas, or passions when she's with you. She'll talk about her achievements, her dreams, or things she's excited about, not to brag, but to show you what she's made of. She wants you to see her value, to respect her mind, and to know that she's not just a pretty face. This is one of the clearest indicators that she's trying to impress you in a sincere and lasting way, by letting you into her world and inviting you to see what she's proud of. Sometimes her efforts show up in how she engages in conversation. She may ask thought-provoking questions, keep the dialogue intellectually stimulating, or even playfully challenge your opinions. It's not about proving she's better or smarter. It's about showing that she's emotionally and intellectually present. That spark in her tone, the playful teasing, the subtle wit, all of it is part of a quiet dance to capture your attention in the most natural way possible. You may also find that she shares her talents with you. If she's creative, she might casually mention a poem she wrote or a design she's working on. If she's career-driven, she might tell you about a recent project or promotion. These aren't boastful declarations. They're windows into her world, carefully offered because she wants you to be impressed, but not overwhelmed. She also pays attention to what you care about. If she knows you're passionate about something, she'll show interest, not because she's pretending, but because she wants to connect with you on a deeper level. Maybe she brings up a topic she knows excites you, or remembers a detail you thought she'd forget. That's her effort to impress you through connection, not performance. At the core of it all, her desire to impress you is never desperate. It's warm, intentional, and rooted in the hope that you'll see her, not just look at her. And when she does all of this effortlessly, without needing to overexert or overdo, it's one of the most beautiful indicators that she truly likes you. When a woman likes you, her compliments go beyond the surface. They're not just about your looks or what you're wearing, although she may notice and mention those things too, but about who you are. These compliments are thoughtful, personal, and rooted in genuine admiration. They reflect the way she sees you, values you, and connects with the deeper parts of your personality. You might notice that she points out things that others don't. Instead of simply saying, "You look good," she might say, "You have this calm energy that makes people feel safe," or, "I really admire how focused and passionate you are about your work." These aren't generic statements. They're reflections of her observing you closely and being emotionally tuned into you. She sees your essence, your habits, values, and strengths, and takes the time to highlight them. When a woman compliments you meaningfully, she does so to build a bridge, not to flatter or gain something in return. It's her way of affirming you, letting you know that you are not only seen, but appreciated. These compliments often come when you least expect them, and they land with impact because they come from a sincere place. She may compliment how you treat others, how you handle difficult situations, or the way you express yourself. "You're such a good listener." "You always know how to make people feel comfortable." Or, "I like how you stay calm when things get tense." These are the kinds of things she notices and shares. They're not said just to make you feel good, but to show that your character leaves a mark on her. You'll also find that her compliments are often connected to emotional intimacy. She may tell you she feels comfortable around you, that she trusts you, or that she admires the way you think. These kinds of affirmations come from a woman who is emotionally invested and is slowly letting her guard down. It's her way of inviting more connection without being too obvious. Even the timing of her compliments says something. She often chooses moments when it feels natural, not forced. Maybe during a quiet conversation, after you've helped her through something, or when she's reflecting on your presence in her life. That authenticity makes the words more powerful and memorable. What's also telling is that she remembers what you might have been insecure about and chooses to uplift those exact things. Maybe you once mentioned feeling unsure about your path, and she later says, "I admire your courage to pursue what you love, even when it's hard." She's listening not just with her ears, but with her heart. and her compliments reflect a deep understanding of who you are beneath the surface. When a woman consistently compliments you in meaningful ways, it's because she's emotionally engaged. She's not simply being nice, she's expressing connection, admiration, and a growing bond that words help her reveal, little by little.